The future is commodities.
Physical silver is getting harder to find.
Venezuela actually has the largest gold reserves in all of Latin America.
And no more using the oil industry to enrich all our adversaries around the world.
And cue the fire, and just like that, you take over another country. And then everyone starts looting it, like kids in a candy store. It is just banks at the silver market. Everyone is trying to secure their position. Good job, Chase. This was actually a highly debated and argued story. Where U.S. secures silver smelter deal to process the metals, financed by J.P. Morgan. I say you better get the silver because it's going up. Gold will be the primary hedge and performance driver in 2026. Actually, it's outperforming, well, just about everything. And now everyone's saving in gold and silver, and the central banks are too. This is insane. You go from like the debt market to the real market. Silver could top out between 135 and 309. I just say go stick with 300. If you buy it now, you're going to triple your money. I mean, finance the house, credit card, children. Not just that, dealers. We're paying up to 5% over spot price on selected silver coins. And I say, why wouldn't you go all in when the Fed doing not QE is doing not QE? All this money printing needs to go somewhere, so it looks like it's going to silver. Oh, and if you think a $305 prediction is high, actually, Robert Kiyosaki just came out, I predict, silver opens tomorrow. That's today at $100 and then goes to all-time high. So his zero silver is now worth zero silver as he sells. Last year, I think, was this like November? I am selling my silver for Bitcoin. And Kitty, can I get your take on that? That's about right. In less than 24 hours after the U.S. military pressure escalated in Venezuela, that's an escalation? Something far more telling happens, and the infrastructure was already in place. The United States, that's us, quietly locked in some of that strategic silver is coming out of Scottsdale Mint. And this story came out last night. We have J.P. Morgan funds $6 billion smelter plant hours after U.S. seizes Venezuela metal wealth. At a time you can't get it. Chinese buyers crowd markets to share in silver's rally. We've seen the lines in China wrapping around the shop trying to get this stuff. I've been telling you for at least the last 2 years, right? You walk into Costco, stay away. I don't like those chocolates. The bears, take up too much room. Just buy some silver. Just the arbitrage alone on that, you're already up. You put it on the card, maybe cash back, pay it off immediately, and over the last year, you've doubled your money. Then if you're smart enough, you could trade it, SLV. Buy and hold this stuff. It sounds like hard money, and then you trade this stuff, which I wouldn't trade SLV because it's taxed differently. Just to explain the futures market, you pay a different tax rate. It's quite a bit less than if you were to trade SLV or QQQ or DIA, or if you were to buy silver and sell silver. I know dealers will tell you there's no tax on that. Well, you could look it up and see what the IRS says. For me, I base my life around assets and taxes. Actually, taxes, then assets, and then debt, and then leverage. And then I do everything that I can in my life never to receive income, because if you receive income, you are taxed. And if you are at my rate, you'll cry. Because I am currently over 50% if I live in the state of California, which I currently don't. Selling silver generally triggers capital gains tax on profits, reported on Schedule D, Form 1040, with higher rates up to 28% for collectibles. And then you got forms and all the kit and caboodle. But I have no dog in this fight, so in the comments section, if you would like to disagree with me, I agree with you. If you say there is no tax on buying gold and silver or selling it, then fine. I just try to teach you how to trade this stuff. NASDAQ, I don't know yet. You get above that line, you go up. You get below that line, you go down. If you receive a paycheck, you go down. If you are married, you've already locked it in. You don't go down. Silver, look, $73. I don't want to trade SLV. I'm going to come up here where it says watch list. I'm going to go futures. We trade futures. Literally the same buttons, just a lot less tax. This one, 81.27. And on January 26th, I was trading it and it was there. And you said, where is it going to go? And I said, I don't know. I said to you, if silver breaks this line, you carry that line over there, up there. If it breaks that line, you carry it down. And you said it can't do that. Why don't we just play it and see what happens? Okay. Oh, rejected. Hold on. Up, go long. See, my friends, when this happens, that's when you say, I'm going to go long and I'm going to carry this up to here. Okay. And then, oh, look, that is where it's going to get rejected. I can take my money from 72 and it'll go up to 82. And I do this all day long, but not on the 4-hour. I actually do it on the 2-minute. And here, let's watch it. Let's watch that. Because someone said in the comment, oh, your charts aren't working. Yes, they are. It works perfectly. And you still haven't even hit price target. You guys are going to squeeze that up there. See that purple line? That my indicators tell you where it's going to go. For me, trading futures, also, if you would like, $199, my futures course. Or if you want more of a beginner's course, my AI course, $399, and you get my bear market course. That is when and if we're ever in a bear market. Actually, the news just said we're in a recession. I mean, I don't know how with 5 million seriously delinquent on student loans, wage garnishments. Fox News clearly admits we are in the recession.
The ISM. So ISM for December was lower. It's still it's still contracting. We're still in a manufacturing recession. It's only manufacturing has only expanded twice since the fall of 2022. And just looking at the percentage of 85% of the sector's GDP contracted in December, compared to just 58% in November. And if you read the commentary, it's costs, and they blame tariffs. All of the businesses that are quoted say that those are huge headwinds.
Say with recession, with economy, not looking too good for the Trumpster. And he's weighs in U.S. using military to acquire Greenland. Argentina not enough, sir? When this just in, breaking news, impeachment.
Midterms. Because if we don't win the midterms, it's just going to be, I mean, they'll find a reason to impeach me. I'll get impeached.
Just in case you wanted to know, what are the chances of the Dems taking it? 80%. 20%. So get your changes in now because you'll be done. Because he'll be done, but he won't be done. This guy is a machine. Look at this. Trump's next strike. What? Doing now, sir? We got U.S. Special Forces plan to seize rogue Venezuela tankers North Atlantic as it races towards Russia, raises Putin's flag. This is a great time to be a doom and gloom YouTube channel. China's ready to protect its oil tankers. And it's doing so now. It is heating up and it is going to be good. Might want to click the subscribe button or check and see if you've been unsubscribed. Tell me if I am correct. We went from like Joe Biden. That was so boring. And then this guy, right? This guy right here. Sorry, it's a little shiny. Because it's silver. You believe that was what, July 2024? How time flies. It feels like it was just yesterday. We're in 26 now. 16 oil tankers from BRICS nation, including Brazil, Russia, China, India, along with Mexico and other countries, are bypassing the U.S. blockade to load up on Venezuelan oil. Could trigger a new military standoff in the region. The next moves could reshape the power dynamics. And in yesterday, I think I screwed the pooch on 80-20. And I love your 738 comments, and I try to keep up with them. We can go into another country and arrest their leader in 3 hours, but we can't arrest any of our criminal leaders here. But no, give you a like on that one. I've never seen a captured dictator flashing a thumbs up, wishing people Happy New Year while having 7 different costumes to change into. All the world is a stage, folks. You're being played. Probably. Then we got charts are not always right. Silver is going over 100. Yes, it was. In the larger time frames, you have some pullback. You think just straight up is healthy? I could show you 1.7 billion stocks that have done that. Anything, it retraces not good. So when I'm like, it needs a healthy, no, it doesn't. Then I say, okay, no, it doesn't. Just keep going. It should just go to 1 million. Good news is I will be richer, but charts don't work that way. And sorry you got it backwards. 4% of China's oil is from Venezuela. And 80% of Venezuela oil goes to China. But that's what was in my head. You shall get a like and you shall get a like. I'm just curious, in the comment section, what are you going to do when silver hits 300, 309? Anything? Because what I have found in my life with money is two things. Greed, okay, because that's just how it is, and more. What you will learn as a trader is piggies get fed and hogs get slaughtered. And for those of you that are like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin, it's so manipulated. It's just following the chart. This is currently my Bitcoiners. It is in a bear flag. That is bearish. It goes lower unless you believe it's going to go higher and it's going to be worth $1 million in 2025, then fine. The charts told you otherwise, and all of the experts were wrong, and the charts were correct, and you are currently in a channel. Look, I drew it for you. You have the top line and you have the bottom line. You also have the middle line, which it seems to have run into. And I can also draw you another one. This is a parallel. See, right here? See, that's resistance. You're hitting resistance. So there's 2. What's 3? 3, you're under the 200. That's downward. You can look at the 200. It's moving down. That's 4. 5, your chick magnet's on. This is telling you where it wants to go. How about purple? You're overextended. So if you are wondering why Bitcoin went down, it has nothing to do with manipulation, it has everything to do with the charts. And if you want to know where it's going exactly right there. Oh, and if you want a solution to the problem and make your digits go up, take one of the courses. I would highly recommend the AI one. And then this is what my student put on. This was yesterday, today, every day. He actually did that in 27 seconds. For those of you who are like, I don't have time to trade, 27 seconds. Or how about just have AI trade it for you? Which from time to time, I like to show you what my numbers are. How are these doing? Some are good, 808. That's not bad. See, some are, it weighs. Take a glance at my dashboard, see if that's gone up. Roll it. Let's see. What do we got? I'm trying to get this thing up to 1 million. 220,000. It trades crypto and futures. Then maybe tomorrow it'll be 222. Let's see if I refresh again, if it changes. 12 bucks. It's still there. On this channel, I give you so many different ways to help. But it sounds like this one's a no-brainer. 309? Come on. That's if you want to follow news articles, which I don't. Also, don't listen to experts. Rich Dad, I mean, there's a lot of wisdom there, but definitely. Wow, that did not age well. 11 months. Ever since 1964, I've been saving silver. But times have changed. Today, I'm trading my silver for Bitcoin. So that didn't age too well. There you have it. The banks are at it again. Move your chess pieces. And with that, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.